Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm kind of talking loud. I want to make sure they can hear me because we're outside at Maplecroft. This was one of Lizbeth's favorite places to sit with her little dogs out on the veranda. So we're just enjoying the 60-degree weather. So what we're going to do for you guys today is something a little different. I have a really good story to tell you guys and some EVPs to play. And then we're actually going to go out on location and film at the spot where the story takes place.
Can't wait, exciting.
Yeah, so this story starts way back when the girls were younger. I think Laura was in high school, Heather maybe junior high school. Well, we used to go out at night and we used to go on our little ghost hunting trips. So Laura's boyfriend wanted to take us to this spot. And I'm not going to disclose this location because I don't want everybody and their brothers to go there, so I'm going to kind of keep it quiet. But there used to be a house there that was kind of famous, and everybody used to call it the Amityville house, and that had a lot of activity. So he goes, we're going to drive to that house tonight. And I was like, oh, great, because I hate to drive at night. So we all got in the car, and we pulled up, and the house had been taken down. And I looked, and I saw a cemetery on the property. And it was the funniest thing. I got the weirdest feeling. My hair stood up just like a cartoon character. I swear to God, Heather talks about it to this day. She was laughing. She's like, Mom, your hair. Oh my God, it went like right up. I was so freaked out by that property. But I said, someday I'm definitely going to go back and I'm going to check that out. So I don't even know. It had to have been like maybe 6 years later. We finally got to go back. This was after we had formed DLH and all of that. And I said, let's go back and let's investigate. So me and the girls went, and we have had so many experiences at that cemetery. I kind of felt like the house being that close to the cemetery was maybe a lot of the reason they were having the activity that they had.
Yeah.
Police officers talked about that property. They all knew of it, of all the things that would happen there. Like, it was almost famous. So anyway, we went back, and the house had been taken down, but they had put up a business. I don't know what the business is, but it's a big building. And we pulled in the parking lot, we went in the cemetery, and we were over in the corner, and it's not big, it has a stone wall going around it. There was still leaves on the ground. The girls heard a footstep, as if someone were there, and there was no squirrel or anything, the footstep in the grass. And as we were walking around, we got to one spot, and they felt like spider webs. There were no spider webs, but when spirit touches you, that's what you've had that happen.
I've had that happen.
It's weird, like it's cool, but it's just a weird, like it feels like spider webs.
Exactly
almost.
like a spider web.
Yeah.
Sometimes like an electrical spider web.
Yeah. So anyway, we had that. And then the other thing that was really strange about this property was the fact that I had my K2 meter, of course. Every time you put it near the ground, the EMFs were really high. You lifted it up and nothing. All around the ground, the EMFs were really high. And I'm like, this is so strange. And we're having all of this activity. And like, maybe it was something underground, like electrical, right? I was thinking, could be.
Cemetery then?
I know. There's no electricity over there. So it was weird. So then I said to the girls, I want to go talk to the people in the business and see if they have any activity. They're like, okay, well, you're on your own. I'm like, thanks, guys. So Heather went to get back in the car, and something pulled on her pant leg. Like, she felt like she stepped in gum, but there was no gum. Like, somebody was pulling down on her pant leg. So I went in, and I spoke with the girl in there, and she said, no. She said, I'm here alone a lot. I haven't had any activity. And she said that it was her friend's grandmother's house. It used to be over by the interstate, but then they moved it because they were putting up the interstate. She claims that her grandmother never had any activity, but when they went to town hall to get the plans, it was listed as a haunted house. Now that was new.
Listed
yes,
as a haunted house.
and that was new to me because I didn't even know that you could do that. But it was listed as a haunted house at Town Hall because they went to get the plans and everything so that they could build.
Yeah.
And she actually had a picture of it, which was cool because I hadn't seen what it looked like. Looked like a perfectly normal little house, right? So anyway, I thanked her. I pretended I just came in to get directions, not that I came in to get information, And then we left, and then Laura and I ended up going back. So she came to visit me at Lizzie's one day. JJ was a baby, so
a long time ago.
we're talking that 9 years. JJ's going to be 10 next month, so close to 10 years ago. And he was a couple months old, so she came to visit me at Lizzie's, and she said, let's go to that cemetery. So when I finished work, we went to the cemetery. We had JJ in his little carrier, and we were just kind of walking around, and, we're just looking at the stones and everything, because there were a couple of stones that had attracted us, and it looked like it was two 12-year-olds, or a 12-year-old and then a man, but it said wife of, and that always kind of, like, got us curious. Yeah. So anyway, I had my Lizzie shirt on, and I was just walking through the cemetery, and after I listened back, I walked past this woman's grave, and I'm like, hi, Lucinda, because I say hi to them, right? And I caught this EVP that said hatchets. Like, it's kind of a whisper. So and I realized, I said, oh my God, I have my hatchet shirt on from Lizzie's, and I have my hatchet earrings on.
Kind of like what the Biltmore.
Yes. Yeah, so like they watch us. It's crazy, right? Yeah. So I'm going to try to play that clip for you guys. Hopefully you can hear hatchets. So this is Lucinda when she said hatchets. You'll hear it like right at the end. Hatchets. Lucinda. Hi, Lucinda. One more time. Lucinda. Hi, Lucinda. So we continued on, and we were just walking around, and we just had the voice recorder going, and I like to do that because they like to chime in when we're talking. Yep. And we went over, and we were looking at those graves, and I said, Jonathan, I said, how old were you when you married a 12-year-old girl? So we got back to the car, and Laura had a speaker on her radio, so we plugged it in, and we were listening, and when we heard back, I wish you could have seen our faces. I totally wish. I still to this day have not caught an EVP as good as that one. This little boy goes, we were both 12. It's so clear now. Yes. Oh my God. You guys will definitely be able to hear this one. It? I do.
Oh, good, good.
I do. So, yes, I'm going to play that clip for you guys. Okay, so here's Phineas. We were both 12. Of Jonathan. We were both 12. That is weird. I'll play one more time. Of Jonathan. We were both 12. That is weird. So that's amazing. We were both 12. And Laura and Laura's like, Mom, I didn't say that. I said, honey, it's not you. Like, you always try to rationalize it and think it's you. It's like, no, it wasn't. But it was just so incredibly clear. And it sounded like a young boy. So Heather and I went back. I can't remember how much longer it was after that. And again, we were just walking around, and I had the voice recorder on, and there's a lot of field stones there, which are unmarked stones. Mm-hmm. And Heather and I were talking about it. We're like, I wonder why, there's all these unmarked stones. And when I listened, when I got home, that same little boy came through, and he said, we were all bastards. That one I never isolated. I think it's on my other voice recorder, and I'm going to try to find it for you guys. So
that's kind of crazy because that's a small private cemetery.
Yes.
How many bastards were there that one
family?
I
know. If you think about it, right? It's so true, right? But I think he's a jokester. Like, it's almost like he's saying, oh, we were both 12. Oh, we're all bastards, right? I think, and if I can find that, I'll play it after this clip for you guys. And then when I looked up on that website that you were telling me, it had all the graves that have names were listed, and there was one 13-year-old boy, and his name was Phineas. So I feel like it was Phineas, and I feel like Phineas is a joker. He was 13. I don't know why. I just have a funny feeling that it's Phineas.
Oh, I hope he comes through for us.
I hope so. So I think when we go there, guys, we're just going to kind of walk around and, again, leave the voice recorder going and see if he chimes in. We're going to do some spirit box as well. We'll have the K2 meter because the third time I went back, there was no EMF on the ground. So I don't know. That place is just a mystery to me, and it totally fascinates me to this day.
Yeah.
So that's why we wanted to share it with you guys.
I used to go to that property when the house was there.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
you're so lucky.
So many stories, but then I've also heard, well, not all those stories were true.
Right.
So it's hard to say.
It's hard.
But if it's listed as a haunted house,
yeah,
imagine the whole grounds would be, right?
Exactly. I think that whole property. I mean, who knows? Maybe the whole thing was Phineas. You know, it was just Phineas playing with the people in that house.
Right? Did they have children? Maybe.
I don't know, right? Yeah. So, I mean, some mysteries, you know, are never answered, but it's just so cool to like look into and everything.
Oh, we work for the biggest mystery.
I know, in the whole world. Did she or didn't she? All right, so what do you think? You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do this. Okay, I found the recording. I hope you guys can hear it. It's not as clear as the other one when I was talking about the unmarked stones. And the little boy goes, "We all were bastards." I think. But it was weird that time when I came in, it was the entire cemetery. See, that was only that one time I ever got that.
Is that unmarked?
Yeah. It's just this so. Yeah. I almost feel like there's something missing from the last time we were here. Like, just doesn't seem. The kids are over here, aren't they? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to remember. I believe they were in here. Yeah. I thought that was something. This place is going downhill since the last time I was here. It's a mess. I mean, it is really a mess.
Because it's a private cemetery, it's not taken care of by, you know, the city, town, state.
See over there? Those are all field just stones put out there.
What did we say?
Another Thomas Woodell.
Not 12 or anything.
Is that a gotta be over here somewhere.
I can't read anything.
On the other side? I just smelled horses. That's why. Can't make it out. There's so much stuff on it. I can't even make it out. It's another Waddell. Could be.
Oh, what does that say? That's a penis. Look at you, whatnot.
These stones are a mess. I was talking to Heather and Laura, to Heather, about all of these stones, and Phineas said we were all bastards. And then right over here by this tree is where we were feeling the spider webs as well.
You getting anything on? Okay, too?
Nope.
So where's the graves that we're looking for?
It's a shame. Yep.
It's a lot of work there.
Yeah. Hi, is that you, Phineas? Who just said hi? Is that my little friend? Can you tell us where your graves are? Who's buried under all those stones over here? We have to show you guys the hatchet. Yeah, I got the hatchet. Thing too. Oh, hey.
Say Elizabeth.
How are you? I'm Deb.
Hi, I'm Sue.
Cindy. How are you? What is your name? Are you a Wardell?
I hope we're not bothering you. We just came to pay our respects and look around.
Do you remember the house that was over there where that big building is now? There's a guy.
Well, let's take a walk over to the part where you got hatchet. We'll keep it running.
Yeah, let's see if we can find Lucinda. It's right up there in the front. I think the first row. Are you around, Lucinda? Gone. I think she's gone. I can't find her. That's weird. She's right up in the front here. I remember.
There's a stone missing right here.
Oh, wait a minute. There she is. Lucinda.
Where? Oh, I couldn't read those. They're too far on.
So this was Lucinda, and this is where I got the hatchet EVP, right here, Lucinda. And right back there is where we were both 12. What did you say? Head back?
You're back or?
Something's back.
Yeah.
You're back. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, I came back.
We came back to visit. We love it that you guys speak with us. It's awesomely amazing. Right?
What, they even got the ring? Oh, but this whole thing at one time had the chain link or the iron bar around it.
Yeah. Are you a Wardell, sir? One of the Wardells? Lucinda was married to Edmund Wardell. We're getting some voices. Anyone else want to come through? I'm going to give you a few more minutes.
Where are the children?
Where are the children buried? Thought he said a little girl. Are they to our left or to our right?
Straight.
Or straight? Left, right, or straight? Where are they buried?
There's probably children all over.
What was that? So I didn't hear you.
You say right. What do you say? Yeah.
You might have said to the right. I don't know. So when I asked where the children were buried, the man says hill. Where are the children buried? So this one I don't think you're going to hear as well. It's when the guy with the southern accent says right in front of me, but he says it really fast. That's when we were asking where the children were buried. They're right in front of me. Did we get footage of the field stones too? Because that was so weird. Just those little stones. It's crazy. I want to get those little baby stones.
Get those little baby ones near the wall.
So these little stones, I think, were baby stones. Check this out. Like, they got displaced, though. This isn't even their spot. This one says 1859 with the little curly things on it. And that's it. And this one over here.
This whole wall looks like it's going to fall over.
This looks like it was the same year, but the little baby stones, those weren't there before. They got misplaced from somewhere. I don't know where, but that's crazy. It just... What a mess.
It's like picking up these things.
We should come back.
I'll cup it.
Alright, we're going to give you guys a few more minutes. Any Wardells or children that would like to come through? Where's Phineas? Can anybody tell us where he is located? To my right? Behind me? Trying to find Phineas. And his family.
His wife.
His wife.
12-year-old girl.
You were 13. Was your wife 12? What? Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
That was clear. Is that not true? Phineas was 13, his wife was 12. That's not true? Are we mistaken? So this is when we were trying to get Phineas to talk. We were like, well, you were 12 when you married a 13-year-old girl? And the same guy with the southern accent goes, what? So that was cool.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed though, because since the last time I went there, it's really gone downhill. You can't even read a lot of the graves.
It's a mess.
It really is, and I feel like some of them are missing that I couldn't find, and they've been moved, and you know, it was just sad. And those little baby graves off to the side. You know, and that can cause unrest at a cemetery as well. All of those things being, you know, so askew like that. Like I was shocked really at what it looked like.
It's a shame. I hope they fix it up.
I hope so too. I really do. We did not hear from Phineas, but we did get a lot of activity on the spirit box, which was interesting. Nothing on the K2 meter this time. But I did get kind of like at the beginning we got like a Oh, it was an EVP before we turned on the spirit box, and it was kind of like a moan, because we left the voice recorder going, because that's when, seems to be when Phineas likes to jump in. If that's his name, I don't know. We couldn't find his grave either. A woman said hi, a man said hi, and then I felt bad. This guy came on, and he goes, "Lady, please go." Like, and then I felt bad afterwards, because I didn't hear that at the time. So I think we were, whoever he was, I think that we were bothering him. I feel like he was a Waddell, like maybe Thomas.
Yeah. I feel like we get that a lot, though. Like, a lot
Yeah,
of times the spirits just don't want to be bothered.
right, it's true, you know. And then when I said we were looking for Lucinda, the guy said, "That's fine." Like, he didn't mind that. And then I said, "Back there is where we got the EVP of we were both 12," and the guy said, "Back," like clearly. And then this was really interesting. So when we were talking about the children, and remember we were asking where they were buried? The guy
in front of
says,
us, behind us.
yeah, and the guy says, "Hill." And then this was crazy. This guy came on, clear, right, you heard it, clear as day, on the spirit box, right in front of me. Like, he had like a southern accent, right in front of me. I was
Again,
like,
that's when you were asking where they were.
yeah, like, where
Right
are
in
the
front of
kids?
me.
He's like, right in front of me. It was crazy. It was so clear. So you guys will be able to hear that. You should be able to hear that. And then I asked where Phineas was in the second spirit box session. Someone said the north, which I don't know where the north would be in that cemetery. I don't remember. And then this was pretty clear too, so you guys should be able to hear this one that we did. So when we said Phineas, you know, because you were trying to get him to speak. You were 13, was your wife 12? And the guy goes, "What?" And it almost sounded like the same guy that said that other thing.
He
Like,
was following us around.
right in front of me. I think he was. I really do. So it's interesting, you know, there's a lot of people there, a lot of spirit there, and you never know who you're going to get. You know, I mean, I was lucky. I got that little boy twice, but I haven't gotten him since. But we got this man, and then, so there were two
we hadn't
men.
gotten in the past. So
Yeah.
You never know, yeah.
You just never know, I mean, who you're going to get. But interesting story, interesting cemetery. You know, go out there, guys, explore those cemeteries. They're great for walking. They're great for catching EVP. Even sometimes you'll get things in your photographs. And I think, you know, a lot of the older cemeteries, people are excited they have somebody to talk to.
It's true. It's true.
They,
A
you
lot
know,
of history too, guys. Oh, wow.
a lot of history. That, you know, you can learn so much just from going out and you know, and the cleanups, you know, there's a lot of people that are going out and they are doing these great cleanups and they're working so hard. We're going to do an episode with Greg.
Greg does a lot of Rhode Island cemetery cleanup.
Yeah, I mean, he goes out and it's just amazing what he does. They had this, I do have to say this though, they had this one cemetery and they worked so hard and they cleaned it all out. And this person that bought the house, apparently that land came with it. It's behind his house in the woods. He broke down the stone wall, built a path, and made a fire pit right in the middle of the cemetery and put up patio furniture. How disrespectful is that? I was disgusted.
Let's hope karma.
Let's hope karma. I mean, I know they reported it, but that's disgusting. I'm sorry, no class, right? That just makes me so mad. I mean, you know, we go in and we genuinely want to talk to them. Like, we're not disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
And had
that
we
makes
heard
me
leave
mad.
us alone, we would have stopped.
If we had heard that, we would have stopped. You know, so yeah, but go out, be respectful, and you know, enjoy those cemeteries, and you're gonna get some amazing stuff.
Maybe take part in the cleanups, guys.
Yeah, the cleanups, you know, I mean, they really need help. They got one coming up May 1st, so yeah, I mean, definitely, you know, it makes such a big difference. It really does. But thank you guys so much for watching. Check out our Facebook channel as well, Lizzie Gordon Tour Guide Investigations. We have a lot more really cool things coming up that we're planning on for you guys. We just wanted to do like a short little episode to get something out to you in between. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell so you get the notifications, and you know, we love you guys, and be sure to share the love.